So hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kat and today we are going to do reading on the idea or topic of help. From what I have seen in these cards today, I think that it's important to kind of note that it's also mainly about self-help. There is definitely an aspect of something is coming towards you, but here's a lot of things that point to it is really important for you to realize certain things in your life so you can move on. So the help will come, but you just need to kind of take certain steps to be able to see things, that are going your way. So I am going to first describe, because some of you might be here first time. So on the left side, more feminine, unconscious side, we have this beautiful wolf hiding behind this iceberg, and it's quite kind of mysterious, and we've got associated stones, very light colors. So if you are kind of driven towards that side, you like the wolf, the colors of the cards, and also the meaning. So you can always change your side depending on how you feel. You can use your intuition, but you can also kind of move to either side, choose your cards. Don't forget, it's all about your choice in life. So these cards, this spread represents your life, your initiative. Then we've got Labradorite, lots of blue and kind of dark colors, and this beautiful black doggy. If you are attracted to those, then you have this middle section card. And then we've got this beautiful unicorn on the right side. That's the active side, more masculine side, and the stones associated, unakite, and this is rhodochrosite, I think, but it's all more colorful. So look at the cards as well. And if you have chosen your side, don't forget that you can always swap it with either side. That will also tell you something about what you do in life. Maybe sometimes you feel like you are being attracted to certain things, and then you find out that something else is better. So I am going to start with this left side, even though you can see, if you understand these cards already, that you have lots of wands, energy, and that's associated with fire, with adventures, with being impatient, and that's something that we are going to discuss in this reading. But on this left side, you have the King of Wands, and it's all about firm decision, okay? And I think that's going to dominate here, this left side. So make a firm decision about what? Well, there has been something going on in your life, and you are taking something to this present, something from the past that you shouldn't necessarily take with you. We have the guilt card, okay, that may be associated with your guilt or with someone else's guilt. Has someone done something to you that you can't forget, you can't forgive, or you've done something, because these claws represent something that really is bothering us. It's psychologically heavy, but at the same time, notice it's number 8, then you've got another number 8 in the lens, and that's all about all of these cups. They don't look very appealing, and it's all about not wanting to go further. You might question, this reading is all about help. Well, you're gonna have to start planning now, because the 8 of Cups, indolence, is not only about indolence. It's not only about you taking a passive stand. It's all about, now it's about time to make that decision, because the 8s also are symbolic of, well, we have dwelled quite a long time about something, on something, and maybe we should leave it behind us. There is this aspect of still digging in the past, holding on to something, bad memories, associated with relationships, or it might be also associated with jobs, because we have the 10 of pens, also 10 of discs associated with all. You can see the family life, perfect life. Maybe you have had an ideal, maybe you are a very, very family orientated person, and things just basically crumble down. They're not what you have expected. But this card also tells us that nothing is lost, that you can still fight for what you want, what you really desired. And then you've got this this deity, very well known, Mercury, and we have the astrological sign of Gemini. So there's communication. Have you forgotten about communicating what you need? That's really important. But he also comes to you because he wants to give you not only good advice but good news. And that good news is that you can definitely make it. It's not too late. If you feel it's too late, it's not too late. Then we've got number 35. These are the energy cards. So number 35, the Royals Order. And it's all about changing your lifestyle. You should start thinking about how you eat, how you drink, what you wear. Also, there are lots of things that you must put together. Have you been neglecting all of these things? Your lifestyle is going to have to change. And this card perfectly matches the 8 of Cups, indolence, being kind of idle, being passive. You can't afford to be passive, please. Then we've got card Ecclesiastic, and it's all about maybe religiousness, maybe spirituality really depends on what's your religion, what are your beliefs. But you are going to have to, like I said, leave bad things behind you in the past and focus on the bright side. You are going to have to find new ideals, new beliefs in life, and then live for them. This card is also, it doesn't have to be necessarily spiritual, it can be all about values as well. And there is definitely something really important awaiting you in the future, but unfortunately you're gonna have to, like the King of Wands, you're gonna have to put the fist on the table, and you're gonna have to basically man up, put yourself together, change your lifestyle, and you will have someone probably come into your life. We have that really important card, the Mercury, and he is the messenger of good news. He might be also your advisor. He might be also your therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist. He's a good friend, someone who listens to you very well, and who gives you a very important advice. And that's just right underneath the card of King of Wands. So first of all, whoever gives you that advice, wherever you get that really important advice that will change your life, put your fist on the table and you are going to move on with your life. That's where the help is. You are going to have to make the firm decision and look for those who are wise, because there is someone coming to your life to give you a very important lesson or advice that you can use to move further. Whether it's breaking apart with your partner, with your family, and you really need to leave it behind. There's no energy, no time for you to just constantly dig in this past. You're gonna have to find a different goal in your life and follow it. Now I am going to move to the right side that is associated with this beautiful unicorn, and we are going to look at these beautiful cards here. They're not actually very different from the left side, which is really interesting because we have this fiery aspect constantly repeating throughout all the sides here. Now we've got this fighter from Symbolon, and he is associated with the Aries sign, and you probably know that's very fiery again. And then we've got the Mars as planet. Now we got to be asking question, what are you fighting against? What are you fighting for? There is definitely something, and I have a feeling that has something to do with the loss of friendships, maybe loss of important people, relationships in your life. Something has also crumbled down, but very badly here, because we have the Tower card, and that means that something has completely fallen apart and there will be need for reconstruction. Are we talking about reconstruction of your life altogether, or relationship, or job, or just home? Maybe necessity to move home. And I know it can be quite distressful, but you have a very significant card here, and that's the card consciousness, on which we can see the Buddha. And as you can see, what's really significant about this card, Buddha has got this little star on his forehead, and it symbolizes realization, focus, being one with yourself, coming to this moment, this really important moment, exhilarating moment of realizing what is important in your life, because some of you might have experienced really bad things, because the Tower card can be also significant for all sorts of accidents, and really, really heavy stuff, really depending sometimes on the combination of card. But we have the card Buddha above the Tower, which I think is trying to tell us that there is definitely something important going on right now in your life. You are going through a very difficult phase where you need to rebuild things, rebuild friendships, rebuild the relationship with your environment, whatever that is. You're gonna have to move home, you're gonna have to change the work, you're gonna have to re-qualify for something, and these are not easy things going on. We have another card that signifies that, and we have Page of Swords, and he's all about thinking, he's all about strategy. You can see the chess on which he stands, and he points with his right finger on his forehead. Again, there's this repetitive idea of the forehead. We can see that on the Buddha, we can recognize it in that. And the swords are associated with the clouds, with the air element, but also with thinking, with analyzing, with strategies. And it really is up to you what kind of strategy you will choose, and you will have different choices. You have different ways how to cope with this not pleasant life situation. We have the Page of Swords, then we have the fighter, but then we also have the Fidelity card. Okay, so this reading is all about the help. The help is coming. Where is this help? And the Fidelity card is all about, maybe we have lost someone important, maybe not only because they're not alive anymore, maybe someone who was really important in our life has died, and we're now in this position, same as this dog, lying next to the grave and feeling really sad, really lonely. And it's not easy. It's not easy situation. It might be also symbolic of losing a very important position, work, But the harmony card, the sixth of cups, actually says, you know, you are going to rebuild this impulsive friendship, whether it's going to be with the same person or with another one. It's all about, sorry for this interruption, postman just knocked at my door. So I was talking about the six of cups, and what's important to understand here, it's a harmony card as well, as you can see. You're similarly as on the left side, it's here as well, and you're gonna have to be okay. You're gonna have to be very understanding of the circumstances, why these things happen to you. You know, that's the help, that's the self-help here. You're gonna have to understand that things, sometimes bad things happen, and the more understanding you are, the more it all makes sense, and you're gonna have to, you can then move on onto the next stage. And it's actually very promising here. All of these cards that you have on this side looks also, I forgot to mention this card as well. That looks really beautiful, like almost like a lily, you know, the color combination. And it's number 15, and it's the card of realization, discoveries, and it's all about being able to see things, being able to come to a realization of kind of deeper meanings, you know. And I think that's kind of that really matches the Buddha, you know, the Tower card, and it also signifies the need for moving on, okay, being able to accept the new phase of your life, being able to accept that it's never going to be the same, it's going to change, you know. And I know that you are probably going through a very dramatic change with this Tower card here, but at the same time I feel that you are equipped, you know, you are analytical mind, and you have the Aries sign, you know, you are a fighter. There's this very strong fiery element on this side as well, so you can definitely do it, you know. I feel that, like, here more on the right side, because it's the active side, you're gonna have to more rely on yourself, but that also, you have six of cups, which might mean that there might be actually other people who will also need you, to be strong. So not only that you have to be strong for yourself, it looks like you will have to be strong for other people as well. There might be still someone. Definitely avoid quarrels, definitely avoid having arguments, particularly with closest people, because everything that will happen from now on, you are rebuilding your future. So bear that in mind, you know. And your card is definitely the Buddha card. Now I am going to move to this middle section, and you can see right in the center you have, again, you have this fiery element. We have the Knight of Wands, you know, and this is all about being impatient, okay? Now you've got these cards here, okay? So you've got the 7 cards here, so you also have indolence here, but you also have the Knight of Wands, okay? And then you have the Tower as well. You are very impatient. It might mean that you have spent a lot of time in your fantasy. You have a fantasy card from the Symbolon, and we have the sign of Aquarius, and then Libra. Okay, we are trying to put something in balance. Now, the Libra is associated with Venus, you know, and it's all about this romanticizing, you know, everything that happens in your life. You might be quite impulsive, you like things, you are a bit of an idealist, you know. And same as this gypsy is flying towards the sky, you know, she's trying to fulfill her dream and touch the sky, let's say. And then we've got this little man calling for her, you know, come back. And you're definitely here. You definitely want to touch the sky, similarly as this Knight of Wands. And one significant card for you here is the ripeness, and we have these beautiful red apples, and they're definitely ready to be eaten. And same for you, you know, you might feel that the things are not really happening for you at the moment, but it's coming very soon. Now, I think that the balance, you know, that's symbolized by this Libra is very important in your life. You have also 8 here with the indolence, you know, then you have 8 here with the guilt as well. So there might be some guilt part of your journey, but I feel more like you're right in the center here, and I feel like you are definitely ready to move on. You are moving on, and you are very impatient to just get those apples, you know, be in enjoying things in your own way. And I feel like everything is so much more dramatically experienced in this middle section than it is here on the left side and on the right side. Sometimes you can combine, you know, we can see that all of these cards are very similar here. And I feel like maybe you might have experienced something that's associated with boredom. Things were moving too slow. So indolence here, it's not necessarily that you were passive, but you feel like the things around you are passive. You know, people are too slow. You know, things are not moving onto the next stage. But actually, the card, the Tower, now has got slightly different meaning. You've got the Knight of Wands, because with that card together, it looks like you are constantly working on rebuilding something. You know, you are very, very active, but you are going to have to take into consideration that spiritual aspect, you know, of your life journey. You can't really rush things. Now, if you would like to know whether, you know, I'm just going to say regarding to relationships, you are going to potentially really meet someone quite significant. You know, the card ripeness, it's all about enjoyment for of other person, you know. Let's say it's quite sexual card as well, you know. It's all about desires and pleasure, fulfillment, you know, so that all is here as well. But I feel like it's really important to point to you that you shouldn't really rush things, you know, because to rebuild whatever that was, you know, don't leave some of the aspects of your past in there. And quite the opposite to this, actually, don't forget about your friends, don't forget about your family. Take it with you. Don't be too much in rush, because all the good things are actually waiting for you. And even though it doesn't look like the things are moving on right now, you know, whether it was because there was an illness involved as well, that could have been, and you were just incapable of moving around, or you have had some other form of disability that didn't allow you to move forward. I feel that your cards, you know, particularly these here, are telling us that you are going to a great degree be able to experience what you were dreaming about. So you might have, you know, some of you, for example, I'm just going to give example, you could be basically spending a lot of time in bed or in hospital, where you were waiting for a recovery, and now you would like all of those beautiful things that you were dreaming about happen at once. It will happen, but I think that you will enjoy it more if you don't rush too fast into it. So okay, so that was the reading for all of you today. I think that it's important to understand that you can actually move from one side to another if you feel like you click with other cards as well. Even though at first you felt like you were more drawn to the left side, now you feel you're more on the right side, or on this central line. So it really is up to you. You know, I do these readings because I feel like the freedom of choice is really important, and the connection with individual cards and the colors plays an important role here as well. So I really hope that for all of you, your journey is going the right way and you are going to make the right decisions in life, and everything is just beautiful the way you want it. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I will hear you next time with another reading. Bye bye.